Welcome back to the Righteous Rich podcast. We have Mohamed Isa today with us, one of the brothers in our community. And one of the subjects which I see you most of the time talking about is customer service. It's about service. Like we say, there are so many codes written on that. Take Muhammad Ali talking about service giving to the world, as it is paying rent, to the God for living as in a room of the world. Those things, the big things I spoke about it. So, what is your customer service perspective? How are you bringing that? Because if digital age has come, in digital age, what happens, I believe, is that automation. People are stopped working. They are busy either on phone or anything else, or maximum they will finish the work in 2-3 hours. But still they have to act that they're working in company or something.
I'll tell you something. In one of these books, I'm not sure which one. Remember Alibaba, they made a Singles Day or something like that, where they overshadowed the Black Friday event in the US. And they sold billions of dollars on that particular day. Around 90% of the customer service queries were answered by chatbots that were programmed beforehand to answer the queries. So now we might think, okay, so now we don't need people. No, we need people, because people will do more value analytical things or tasks or responsibilities. Because now, if I'm not dealing with customers all the time, if they are not calling me all the time, I can free myself to think of new products, to sell to new segments. So that's how it's done. So automation, yes, it will help us to be more productive, but it will not relieve people from their duties. They will have to do other things. And if you don't need, let's say you had 30 agents, you need only 3 today. The rest you need to redeploy somewhere else. Retrain, reskill, upskill to make use of them. Because companies should not think that when you have automation, you can just get rid of everyone. No, there are things that people have in their memories, in their experiences that you cannot teach a machine.
Right.
The last company I worked with, I was there for almost 12 years. Around a month ago, someone from the company called me. Said, Mohammed, there is this balance, and I want to know if you know anything about it. I said, yeah, this balance relates to this transaction that happened so and so in this country, and the reason we made it that way is this. Now, how can you capture that in a machine?
Right.
Because Mohamed Isa did not download his brain into a machine.
Right.
So again, we will need people. We need people because there is a human touch, there is the experience they have. Now, how many times we have heard about driverless cars crashing?
Yes.
Aren't they supposed to be very smart? Aren't they supposed to be programmed so well? Aren't they supposed to be scenario-based? They can calculate the distance and they see the lighting. They respond to immediate things that happen. But we still hear about accidents. So the humans will remain the force behind the automation. We will need to manage the automation. We need to make use out of it. And when the automation gives us more time, we need to do more value-adding things. As simple as that.
It's creating more time for us.
Oh, yes. Do you know these books I have, the 3 books I have, these are what I call research-based books. So I go to Harvard Business Review and I pick quotes, insights from that magazine. Now, you can make a program do this. But then, what's the use of Mohamed Isa?
Right.
Yes, I can publish 20 books instead of 3. Yes. But will I be proud of that? Because I had a program do that for me. And will the program create catchy titles? For example, for any insight I have over here, there is a title. It's an action for the reader. Okay?
Tips by tips.
So, brand better, advance more, watch out, take charge, be visible. We're talking about visibility now. So the machine will not do that. The machine can search the internet, search articles, and it will bring you the data. But then,
which is not like any
So
copyrighted.
So then not only that, then how do you know everything is not the same? Again, you need to go into the program. But if I go and research these books myself, because this book is about career, so I'll be picking up things that are relevant. This book is about sales, so I'll capture things that are about sales. Startup is a general topic on startup. So, okay, if I covered the recruitment side, let me cover the sales side. Let me cover the product creation side. So then I have the book like a cocktail of things. But the Scrabbler, I think they call it the Scrabbler, they'll just, okay, get me 100 quotes on leadership.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I have seen it.
And then maybe most of the quotes.
That's how the blogs are written nowadays. That's why I don't trust
then there is no value, because all these quotes may be only focusing on one topic. I have a fourth one coming. It will be read. It's called Success. 101 Insights to accelerate your success. And that book has different segments. In a sense, person productivity, working with office politics, other things that I did not cover in these 3 books. But if I bring a Scrabbler, they'll just bring anything.
Take care of it.
Yeah, and then I cannot decide, did I cover this topic or not?
Yeah.
Then I have to do the manual work myself. But when you do this, and actually, when you do this, you are learning in the process.
You're learning also.
Not just relying on a program that will get you. I know some programmers will hate me for this.
No, it is reality.
Yeah.
I don't feel like, I know how to use those things. Softwares, I love softwares and the things which help. Internally, you feel like you did not do the work.
No, you need to be authentic.
Yes.
That's the thing. You need to be
authenticity
authentic.
will be not there.
Yeah. So if you're not authentic, that's a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the things when I see that the whole world is getting into next level of customer service, which is customer experience, right? I understand you were thinking about Middle East where customer service is required first. Then we can talk about the customer experience.
Yeah. But there are companies that are much advanced now. There are specific companies. We don't want to promote names on the podcast, otherwise they have to pay us. Yeah, but there are companies in Bahrain. They are taking leaps when it comes to CX or customer experience, and they will win in the market. They will simply win in the market. They will get more customers. They will retain more customers. They will maximize their sales. They'll maximize their profits. They'll maximize their cash flow, and they'll be winners. So if you're a company providing mediocre customer service, we feel sorry for you. The carpet will be pulled from under your feet. So that's given, and the world is changing to that direction. Think about it. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, you had to go to a designer.
Right.
Can you do this and this for me? And you have iterations, you have changes, and they'll charge you I don't know how much. Now you can simply go to canva.com, get a premium subscription, do whatever you want. I have done this through Canva.
Really?
Yeah. People think I had hired a designer. No, everything is here. Everything over here
is high quality pictures.
Is done through Canva. So now, if you're not providing real service, real value to the customers, they'll just find someone to do it. There are so many freelancing websites. You can go there, pick up a freelancer. They'll do whatever you want.
Right.
So companies who are not focused on customer service, they'll be
losing
gone.
their jobs. Actually.
They'll be gone. They'll be gone because the newcomers will take the customers away. Now we have all seen what they call fintech. Fintech companies, companies that provide service to customers through their devices or their mobiles. The world is changing. I don't have to go to a bank. Now there is a bank in Bahrain where you can, or 3 banks in Bahrain, or maybe 4 now, where you can just open up an account using your phone. That was not possible
Yes.
Many years ago. You had to go
You had
on
to
your
sit
own,
in
and
line for
they'll
hours
see you. And
weeks. Yeah.
no, now it's changing. There are technologies that are revolutionizing the way we live. Now, if we go together and have dinner, and you tell me I forgot my wallet in the car, I say, okay, I'll pay. You send me benefit pay.
That's all.
Yeah, so you
Seconds.
cannot escape. You cannot escape.
Yes.
And this is the power of technology, enabling the customers to do things. And in Morocco, when I was in the conference, when you go to a conference, they'll give you a heap of papers to follow through. No, I didn't have that. We had an app specialized for the event. So you can see who's attending the event, what's their email, what do they do, who are the speakers, and what is their background, what is the key highlights of the speech, all on your phone. You don't have to print. You don't have to worry. If I printed something and I discovered there was a mistake, then should I scrap the whole thing? No. You just amend it on the app, and that's it.
Yes.
For example, in this book, the Green Book, I have one book or a set of these 3 books in my office upstairs. And I was flipping through the pages, and I almost had a heart attack because 2 or 3 pages were upside down.
Oof.
And I thought, oh my God, I printed thousands of this. Okay. So I went downstairs to open the carton and see if this is, oh God, thank God. It was just that copy that I had. So if I had that, but on the PDF, or if you have a flip page website,
you could have fixed it.
Fixed it online. That's it. So we're moving to that. We're moving to that direction. In 2016, I was speaking in a conference in Islamabad, Pakistan. Believe it or not, they have something like benefit pay. It's called Easy Paisa, and Paisa is money.
Yes.
And they had it, I think, for 13 or 17 years. Yeah, Pakistan.
Really?
Yes. Because there, not many people have access to banks. They had to do something like this to enable people to transact.
Wow.
So sometimes the environment dictates that you need to innovate.
Do something about it.
Yeah. So
and now we are like, oh, this is new revolution.
Yes. Yeah.
In fact, I saw their CPR like 40 years. They used to have CPRs 40 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're advanced than us.
Yeah. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. It depends on where you live and the environment. The environment will dictate what happens on the ground. Yes. And that's why I tell people. Sometimes people tell me, "Oh, now you wrote all of these books. You must feel so great." I said, "No, I'm not feeling great or anything. It's okay." Well, if I compare myself to people around me, yes, I wrote so many books. But when I compare myself to people outside Bahrain, that's a different story. Back to the conference I attended in July 2015. I had a speaker. His name is Scott Friedman. He said, "Mo, I fix you up. You're sitting with the big deal. And in the banquet, you're sitting with the big deal. All the big shot speakers will be sitting with us on the same table. Make use of it." And there is this speaker next to me, and next to him is his wife, George Walther. George Walther. He has a very strange last name. Sometimes you think Walter. No, Walther. Anyway, George. At that time, all his kids graduated from university. They are independent, so it left him with his wife in a house. So he told his wife, "Look, now they're gone. Let's use this opportunity to travel the world and live throughout the world." So this is what he did. Okay, let's go and live for a year in Spain. They'll just go to Spain, live for a year. And together they will co-author a book on living on Spain. Then they go to South Africa. They live for another year. They write a book. Then they go somewhere else. He's a speaker. When a client approached him, he said, I'm flying out of South Africa, or I'm flying out of Spain. Yes, I'm a US citizen, but I don't live in the US. So you look at these guys and you think, oh my God, this is what I want to do.
Yes.
to try and live in different countries, write about different cultures and histories and my personal experience. So this is one side. Now, if I'm looking to George, I'm nothing compared to him.
Yes.
Okay? Now, next to me is, what's her name? Cannot remember her name. Maybe Margaret. I'm not sure if she's Margaret or not. She has written 27 books.
Oh my.
Yeah. So when you think about these guys, you think, oh, okay, I'm still very long way. So sometimes it's not right to compare yourself with your peers, with your community. Go beyond. Some people tell me, you work so hard, you'll kill yourself. I said, if you think I'm working so hard, think about Elon Musk. He manages 3 companies.
Yes.
Yeah, and one of them is more than $1 trillion company. So can you imagine the workload he has? So we're not working hard. We need to work hard. We need to work much harder than whatever we're doing now. And this is the key to success. You need to work hard in whatever you do. Whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur, you need to work hard. In the 4th book, the 101 Insights to Accelerate Your Success, there's one page where I talk about taking initiative. And there are 4 or 5 levels of taking initiatives. The 0 level is wait for the boss to tell you what to do. The 2nd level is you go to the boss, what can I do? And the boss will give you something. The 3rd level, you do something, you go to the boss and say, boss, I discovered we have a problem and this is the solution to the problem and I need your blessing to go ahead with the solution. The 4th level, you find a problem, you find a solution, you resolve the problem by implementing the solution, and then you go to the boss and say, by the way, I did this and this. Now, in your mind, which one is better as an employee?
The last one.
Of course, the last one.
Yes.
But how many people we have like that?
Yes.
Not many.
Very
People
few.
will always,
It's like 5% maybe.
wait for
Permission.
decision. Wait for decision, wait for the boss to say something, but never go in and take an initiative on their own. That's what we need to do. So you see, everything is linked.
It's different.
And if I link it to the first story, when we started, when I went to Dubai to attend that conference, did anyone tell me to go and attend that conference? I knew about it. I said, let me book a ticket, book a hotel, go for a day, meet these people. And you see how this has changed my life.
Yes.
Because without that book being published, I wouldn't have published anything else. If you think about it that way.
Right.
Why? Because, first of all, that Kuwaiti gentleman challenged me to take the topic. I took it. That's initiative. Then I worked hard. Then I took initiative by going to Dubai. Then I took initiative by promoting my book through conferences and speaking to newspapers and speaking to magazines. And that's all initiative and hard work.
Right.
Okay? So work hard, take initiative, look beyond the environment you're in to really reach somewhere else, somewhere better, somewhere where you can make more impact in your community.
I think this is what genuine leadership is required.
Yes.
I think
yes.
That's where the game plays.
If you think about the word lead, you lead. And most of the time, when you speak with people who they will always tell you lead by example. Okay, because when you lead, people follow you. So when you lead, when they follow you, you are setting an example to them. So yes, lead.
So what's your perspective on jobs and work, because you come from the background of service? Most of the time it's like people think job is the real work, but work is something else, I think. So I think there is a difference for someone who understands the service.
There are so many misconceptions about work and employment and experience, and we can talk about this
hours, yes,
for a whole day. For example, Someone will tell you, I have 20 years experience. No. You have 1 year experience multiplied by 20. And most of the time, you have people like that. They are in a job. They never grew. They are repeating the whole thing again and again and again and again. And if you tell them, we will promote you to a supervisor or a manager, they say, no. I'm comfortable this way.
Yes.
Let me be this way. So that's one thing. The other thing is, now, no one, and I say this with full conviction. Earlier, we talked about the challenge of producing English podcasts in the region. Not all people speak English. And then the question is, why? We are in 2021.
Yes.
I guess kids from 3 years old...
They understand English.
Not only understand English,
They speak also.
they have smartphones.
Yes.
Yeah, they have smartphones. When you have a smartphone, you have YouTube. You can go and learn any language on YouTube. You don't have to pay anything. There are millions of videos on teaching you on how to speak English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, whatever. So today we have an unrivaled opportunity to grow. Just go to YouTube, subscribe to the channels that are important to you, and that will give you value. If you're an entrepreneur, go find the best channels for entrepreneurship. That's what you do. If you're a salesperson, go and find the top sales channels, follow them. You don't have to watch YouTube. You can use podcasts. Listen to podcasts. You're driving in Manama. There's too much traffic. While people are honking their horns, you are listening and learning.
Right.
Let them be angry. You are learning.
Right.
You don't have time to be angry. So today we have an opportunity to grow beyond our imagination. So when someone tells me our company does not send us on training courses, do you need your company to send you on training courses? You don't.
Right.
You don't. There are so many options. If you're an iPhone user, you can go and use iTunes University or whatever they call it on the iPhone. So people are very good in making up excuses, and that's the problem. So whether you're an entrepreneur or you're an employee, you can make excuses. I failed because the timing wasn't right. No. You need to examine what have you done. One of the great thinkers said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So today, how do you create the future? Today. You work today, so you have a better tomorrow. As simple as that. So, but most people say, I'm not able to find a job. They only recruit people with wasta. They don't want me. So we come up with all these excuses. We need to stop excuses. We need to start connecting with people who are successful. If you're on LinkedIn, reach out to someone. You reached out to me and said, let's have this podcast recorded. I say, yeah, why not? Okay. Go out. Ask for someone to go out with you for a coffee. Can we have coffee? I want to pick your minds on this topic. Mm-hmm. People are willing to help. Right. If they are busy, they'll tell you they're busy. We can maybe let's do a Zoom or a Teams meeting. I cannot go out for a coffee. Mm-hmm. My schedule is very tight. Go for it. Mm-hmm. Just sit and discuss. Right. Okay, I'm in my job for 5 years now, and I don't see any prospect to grow within the company. Do you have any advice for me? And then you listen to the advice. Take notes. As simple as that. In September, I had an interview with the author of How to Become a CEO, Jeffrey Fox. Mm-hmm. And the way it worked, I have many books in my house. So this book I bought around 20 years ago, in September 2001. Mm-hmm. So I thought, this is nice. This is 20th anniversary of buying this book. Let me reach out to Jeffrey and see if he can be available for a video call where we talk about the book and other things. So I sent him an email. And as I told you, I don't leave things to chance. Right. I sent his PR team an email. Mm-hmm. I sent Jeffrey an email requesting an interview. Mm-hmm. Can you please push from your side? Mm-hmm. So when he replied, he said, yeah, let's do this. I wrote an email to the PR team. Thank you so much. Jeffrey has already replied. He accepted the interview. They replied back, yes, we told him to agree. So that's how you go and get things in your hand.
Everyone in corners.
So this is what you need to do. But now, most people, when you tell them no one time, that's it. They are finished. They are finished. That's why in each of these books, I have written what you call like a dedication. And by reading this page only, I can give you the summary of the book. Okay? And this is a book about sales. So this is what it says. This is let me see how many lines is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lines. Reach out. Send that email. Make that phone call. Set up that meeting. Sales is a numbers game. It could be yes. It could be no. You never know. Reach out. So this is what people need to do. Reach out to others. Reach out. Connect. If you want to get something, do something, reach out. That's what you need to do. But people are afraid to email, to call, to ask for a meeting. And if you are afraid, you'll never accomplish anything in this life.
Don't you think it's something which is deeper? Because, of course, in podcast, we cannot cover everything of the main reason. I'm of a kind, like I'm sure you are also a kind of person who goes into grassroots level and finds out real problem. Like you, the example which you gave was really interesting. Going to the angry customers it's amazing example. I would definitely want to try that one. So when it comes to these problems which we see, which is like one of the reason I see is the character development is leadership is weak. Management, forget it. Then I think the belief system falls in first place. What are your perspective on that? Do you talk about it in your books or in the places where you go? And as a speaker, you must be really going to that point for sure.
I'll tell you something. There is a presentation that I have done only once in my life. It's called the White Page. And in that presentation, it was only 2 days after my son Ali was delivered. So I didn't have anything. I was supposed to create slides or something like that, but I went just like that. I had my brother create the slides. I called him, just make a title slide, make this and make this. Make one blank sheet or a slide. He said, blank? I said, yeah, blank. So nothing I said, nothing, just white. Okay. So the concept was very simple. We all come to this earth with a white page. And it's up to us to leave it white or to scribble on it or to paint a beautiful picture on it. And how do you paint a beautiful picture? With our work. So people need to get that. We are all the same. What differentiates me and you is our thinking and doing. That's it. So there's no one who is better than the other person. Okay, today I don't have a 6-pack. I used to have 6-packs. But that was back in 2002. Okay? Now they are gone. I have only 1 pack. In fact, an airbag. Okay? Now, can I get my 6-packs? Absolutely I can. Absolutely. What will it take? Diet, exercise. Now, most people, when you tell them diet and exercise, they'll say, oh, no, it's too much. This is not, he has good genes. All his family, they have good genes. Look at all his brother, they are well built.
Okay.
So this is what we do to ourselves. We always put ourselves down. No. Set up your mind on something. Go and do it. You have all the resources. So some people will tell you, I don't have a budget for a gym. So you don't have to go to the gym. Do push-ups in your bedroom. Yes. Do squats using your body weight. If you see a tree on the street, go on a branch and do pull-ups. You can do anything you want.
Yes.
But if you want to make excuses, going back to the excuses, you can make a million excuses not to do something. So we need to stop putting excuses out there. We need to focus. We need to use whatever we have. whatever we have. So this is what people need to realize. We have an absolutely beautiful opportunity today with all the technologies that are making our lives easier. We need to capitalize on that because this is the best time to capitalize. Technology is fantastic.
It's helping a lot.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. Before I wrap, I will have a rapid fire question.
Okay.
A rapid fire question is like quickly. I will be asking short questions, and it's gonna be like you have to answer it in 3 to 5 words.
Sure.
And sometimes I will say one word, and you have to complete it.
Let's see.
So it will be interesting. How much time does it take for you to trust someone?
It depends. Sometimes you develop trust like this. Sometimes it takes time.
You are dealing with the angry customers, but how do you deal with yourself? How much time does it take for you to come back from anger?
Well, I can control myself very well when it comes to anger. But when I snap, I snap. That's a problem.
When it comes to social media influencers on YouTube or anywhere, who do you follow now the most? Who do you think are winning the heart?
There is a channel called Valuetainment by David.
Yeah.
This guy is very good. He has very good topics. Patrick David. Yes, Patrick David. Yeah. He has very good, he goes deep into the topics. I like his approach.
What annoys you the most?
The fact that I lost my hair.
This is gonna be like a punchline for me. What do you think social media influencers should do?
Be real. Be real.
What is the great thing people don't know about you, which you want to openly, loudly say it in our podcast?
I think people who know me know that I'm very open, and that's something I'm known for. I'm being very open. So last time I was speaking to a group in the US, and they told me, okay, this wasn't during the Q&A session, tell us a secret that you told no one about success. I said, I don't have secrets. They are all out there. So I'm open.
What is your favorite thing about any family member or your wife?
My son Ali, he's the joy of my life. He gives me energy. He's the youngest one. He's 5 years old, and he gets angry, he gets happy. So I have to deal with all of that.
When it comes to happiness, what comes to your mind?
An Indian restaurant in Munich, Rasoi restaurant. That's happiness.
Leader or follower?
Leader, of course.
Last time you were emotional?
When my grandmother passed away in a few years' time, yeah. I was emotional, but I did not cry. I was holding the family together at that time because everyone collapsed when she passed. So that was very emotional.
When it comes to politics, what comes to your mind?
Politics, dirty game. That's what comes to my mind.
Okay. So when it comes to money,
people say money can't buy you happiness. I tell them, give me your money. I'll show you how happy I will become.
Being organized or attention to the details?
I have what they call the organized chaos in my life. So everything is chaos, but I know where to go.
Which is that book which has made a profound effect on you?
Who Moved My Cheese made me think I need to write a book like that, and Chai Karak is like that.
Very quick, mashallah. So what makes you feel alive?
Doing something new.
So I'm sure you're gonna be able to answer like very rapidly. Very nice. So thank you so much. But one last question. How was this interview for you?
It was very good. It was very casual, and I enjoyed it, and enjoyed being here with you. And
I also was like, time flied. And otherwise, if I was not able to see here, I wouldn't be able to find out okay, it's going.
Well, lucky us. We had fun during this interview, and now perhaps we can go outside and drink chai karak.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, and make sure you share this podcast with everyone. One of the best discussions we had. which is really gonna inspire you writing books or know about the service or know about yourself, which is most important at the end. So thank you so much for joining me, and make sure you subscribe and whatever you have to do, that social media thing. I really don't want to say more about it. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Thank you, brother.